This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop, where you guys, the pit crew, my good friends, you on this beautiful hump day are the real star of today's show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in for sim racing news via the Pit Stop. And I just want to say today is a little bit short on news, so this is one of those days for sure. If you have any questions for me, man, hit me with some question marks. If you have statements for everybody to know about, hit us with some exclamation marks. Today is the day to get chatty and bring in your conversation. When I say you are the star of the show, it is because it is your conversation that carries the show. It is your conversation, your guys' response to things that I do that let me know what we should do more, what we should talk more about or less about. When I get to those stories and I start saying things like, we're just going to start blowing through these, it's a lot of that is based on your guys' enthusiasm on topics over the years of doing this show. So if you would like to see more of certain things, it's important that you get involved in discussion, whether it be comments for others or whether it be letting me know, quite honestly. I am starting my cheat sheet, by the way, because I'm scatterbrained. I try to carry a few hundred names in my head, and a lot of people like to change their names, their screen names. So whether it be your real name or your name on Discord or your name here on the chat, I am starting to get a handle on things. So again, I'm trying to make sure I do know who everybody out there. For example, Ace of Deuce, I have finally tracked you down. You're Anthony Morano. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. And I busted you. KA Sim Racing. That's Amir. Marvin? Wait, who's Marvin? Where's Marvin? Ace of Deuce is Marvin? I'm Frito equals Edgar. Frito equals Edgar. Now you guys are confusing me. Cranky Pants, any progress on the 3D wheel? I'll tell you that in a minute. Yes, I did get your modded completed version. I thought I were Marvin Gaye. Thank you, Devin. You're confusing me. Bobby Drunk Funk. I don't know who you are, Bobby Driver Funk. Cranky, I thought I replied to your email. No? Yes, that's what I thought. Yes, see? I'm all over it. You were having a good run, Morano. You were having a good run last night, and then it kind of unfolded on you a little bit, it looked like. You were in the heat of the battle, and then the guys in third back kind of started getting into it a little bit, it looked like. Hippie the Man, my stream name. Hey, Greg Turner. Greg Turner goes by Hippie the Man on his streams. Edgar is for YouTube. Is your YouTube for work, and Frito. Okay, hold on. I need like another. So, Edgar, I got to write these down because it really bothers me when I forget. Not that I'll always have my list, but I know Edgar. Edgar, you're in South Florida, right? And then Frito Sport. All right, sorry. I just have to keep getting these things going. In the dark. Yes, the VR people are definitely having a harder time in the dark. So last night's Tuesday night Mustang race, if you watch it, it was a really fun race. One of my best races in ages. And we were at Sonoma, so I'm usually pretty decent at Sonoma. It's one of my favorite tracks. But we run from sunset to dark, and you're running by the headlights on the Mustang and at that track, and it got very, very dark. Anyway, all right. Zero bandwidth. Just occasionally drives. Some guy who drives slowly and occasionally shows other stuff instead. I embrace, you're in Oregon. Okay. Sorry about that. We used to have a map. I used to have a map where we put, but then it just got where we were pretty much everywhere and it sort of became pointless. All right. Are you guys ready for the news? Anything else you want to talk about before we move on to the news? Crashing with good intentions. Yes, we had the best of intentions, Wait. That was a fun show. That was a really fun show. If you missed it yesterday, so, yeah, on with the news. Here, this kind of overlaps what we're talking about. 2020 Season 2 build is here for iRacing. So if you hear people reference the crashing video, I did 2 videos, well, Twitch and YouTube, showing off the crashing, the new crash damage. It's on the GT1 cars, it's on the Ford GT, it's on the Audi, it's on the Porsche GT4, the new Cayman, which is also part of the new build. So yesterday we did a couple, which was awesome because we, I love Wreckfest. I love having days where we get to crash, and iRacing is that sim that you just don't think of as the ability to just get crash and bang just for the hell of it. It's just so cleansed of that kind of activity. Anyway, the new crash jam. So I did do a video, crashing with intentions, good intentions, bad intentions. We had a lot of fun crashing up the new content. So that's how we took advantage. In addition, so again, the Porsche Cayman, the 718 Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport is now in the service. There's been an update to Texas Motor Speedway. Hell Lankbanen, which is the new Rallycross. It goes by Hell RX is what people are calling it. I really want to try this. Rallycross, Norway's World Championship level Rallycross track makes its debut as iRacing's first permanent Rallycross facility. How can I not go there yet? We definitely got to go do some of that today. I might have to throw my plans out the window and go do some of that. Their crash model, that was what I was most blown away in doing. We were doing some slow-mo video, and it really adds realism to the look of the sim. And of course, we don't want to focus on crashes in sim racing or real life racing for that matter. But it really is more impressive. Team section has been rebuilt from the ground up. Beta UI with a number of new features and improvements. New AI content from the addition of IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge and Dallara F3 to new open rosters page. Single player races will have plenty of new and exciting content to take on. And the new damage model. So it's 6 cars total. 6 cars total getting the new damage model. You got, I haven't tried out the oval stuff. So the NASCAR K&N Pro Series Impala also has the new damage model. Aston Martin, Chevrolet, the Corvette, Ford GT, GT2. It also includes a new scrape system. We are watching mirrors come flying off the cars, and they really do. They totally do. Thank you, Thunder. Thank you. I agree. The direction is awesome. Do not count caution laps. Want to run your race distance completely green? Now you can. This feature will also be part of the World of Outlaws Championship this year. That's kind of cool. So if you don't want laps to be clicked off under yellow, it'll stop the count until it goes back green again. That could be very cool. Anyway, lots of big things in the iRacing update. We've already played with some of it. We'll play with some more of it coming up. The Sonoma Mustang, I'm not sure. Missed something there. I think John and Edgar are talking. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, DNC, do not count. Best thing ever for short track leagues and short track series. I remember we did an oval sprint car race, and it was just a shame if a caution happened and wiped out half of the race just like that. There we go. Yes, Arudes, we're going to talk about that. Thanks for bringing that up. That's in today's news for sure. All right, what else? iRacing also posting on their Twitter page, showing off some of the Lankbanen Hell, they just call it. Hell LRX is what I've heard most people. What's shaking PS4? Dead man. We have some onboard video. I thought this was going to be an onboard video, didn't you? Here we go. Little onboard of the track that I have not tried out yet. Give you guys some audio. You've got audio. Oh, looks like iRacing has finally figured out how to use 2 accounts to get picture-in-picture. I guess they watch my show. Oh, what do you want to bet somebody did 2 replays? Is this the track? Yeah, this is the track that's in Project Cars. I know this track. Now we're going to go left, and then we got a hard uphill 180 to the right to the start-finish line. I know this track. Oh, well, that's cool. It's a really fun track. However, boy, it would be really cool to see a track that we've never seen. I mean, Rallycross is such an underdone category. Yeah, they recorded the replay twice and sunk them, Billy. This is the biggest Rallycross slut in sim racing. Lankbane, and I guess because it's a permanent facility, perhaps. Anyway, that'll be fun. I know the track. That'll help me a lot. What else? NASCAR. NASCAR's doing a couple of videos. So this is at NASCAR.com. Most of what we see, other than the advertisements that we're forced to watch, most of what we see at the NASCAR page is stuff that we've seen, you know, being that first step in being that we are sim racers. But they are talking about spotting being a serious business, of course, when you're talking about that cup level. Parker Kligerman, remember the excitement over his team winning at Auto Club. Talking about all the posts from the different NASCAR teams, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's the moment that NASCAR, via their eSports series, takes a look at sim racing and treats it very seriously. Curve 27s for 250, is that right? Are they proper refresh rate? I don't need to replace with 27s. I already have 27s. If I'm going to change monitors, I need something different. I need a Curve 49, or I need triple 32s with VSync. Just mentioned, so here it is. 505 Games. That is the owner company of Kunos at this point in time, or at least the distributor. Anyway, they are hiring. 505 Games is back on the lookout for a U.S. marketing director. So if you would like to do that, this is at the Twitter page for Assetto Corsa. I'm sure you'd find it directly at 505 Games as well. Paid for Texas to immediately have lights. Anyway, here's the description of the job. No compensation. Experience desired. Pretty good list of experience that they're looking for. Minimum 5 years experience in senior marketing position, ideally within video games. Anyway, you could work for 505 Games if you like. Here, U.S. marketing director. Ooh, Calabasas. That is right around the corner from me. I should go talk to them. Developed and executed integrated marketing campaigns, leverage and full... Nah, I'm not qualified for this job. I don't have 5 years experience in senior marketing position, unless you consider what I do marketing. Anyway, anyone have marketing experience? Want to move to Calabasas? I highly recommend Calabasas. Little teeny bit warm in the summer, and other than that, it's perfect weather year-round. No, I like my job. I don't need a new one yet. All right, we talked about the RFactor 2 BMW. Just fake it. Just make up a resume that fits it and just BS my way in. RFactor 2. I think I might be able to talk my way into a marketing job if I weren't doing... Oh, Amir, you got to be kidding me. Everyone, I embrace anyone and everyone to talk as much smack about California as you want. I know we're the butt of so many jokes, but I encourage you all to do it, because the fewer people that move here, the more people that move out, the better. And I truly believe that California is like maybe one of the greatest places on the entire world. So there you go. Shots fired. Yeah, Zero, good point. I wouldn't be the only one faking it, and I think I actually could do the job fairly well. That's what I do mean. Keep in mind my former world. I've always been in some form of marketing or advertising to an extent in my life. I mean, I was a realtor. It's okay to be wrong about. What was I wrong about? No, I'm not wrong. Are you talking California? No way. No way. California rocks. They watch. They know exactly what I know and don't know or can and cannot do, Rudes. All right. Anyway, your round one winner is Erhan Jajovsky from eSport Triple. Fantastic drive in both races means Erham is leading the pack. Not just that he claims a tasty €500. Right, because you get prizes per race and a Fanatic Club Sport steering wheel. So, there you go. Full results tomorrow. Where are the full results? They promised. We can watch the action. Yeah? Can we? Maybe? No. No. I thought we got to watch the action. Nope. I want to go to their... There we go. There we go. So we are at RFactor 2 GT Pro Series, Round 1 Silverstone. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but we can get a look at what their stream looked like. That's okay. Everyone can talk shit. Oh, 10 push-ups. Everyone can talk shit. I'll do 20. About California. More people move. Please leave my state and nobody move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Push-ups for California. Okay, so that's their presentation. I like the commentator voices. Yeah, it looks good. A little grainy. Japan. Because California is very expensive. And maybe it's peer pressure because everyone tells them how terrible it is. Now, I can't say that I would, like living where I live in Thousand Oaks, I love it here. It's just, when I go into the city, LA, I hate it. I hate it so much. Yes, well, that's very true. Yeah, if you can take your California salary elsewhere, then boom. All right, what else? What else do we have to talk about today? We already looked at that. All right, patch 1.22 is now out on all platforms. This is for Codemasters F1 2019. I didn't even know we had. Well, San Diego has become one of the most expensive cities. I believe San Diego is now more expensive than LA and getting close to rivaling San Francisco. But San Diego is one of the coolest cities you can go to, for sure. Santa Barbara is awesome. What I love about Santa Barbara is that Santa Barbara maintains very, very cool weather. I am not a fan of heat, and Santa Barbara would suit me very well. Politicians killed California. Yeah, admittedly, but we the people, we voted them in, so we did it to ourselves via the politicians. Well, Amir, it is not fair to judge California by San Francisco Airport. That is not a very fair way to assess California, what it brings. Um, we could do California. You hate winter, you want heat. Oh, I hate heat, I want winter. All right. So we have patch notes for F1 2000. Like I said, I don't have a lot of news today, so this is one of those days that I will just take any tangent that you can possibly want to go down. Only 30 days of sunshine in Sweden. See, that's why, again, getting back to Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo is pretty cool, too. I like Houston, but Terry, of all the places in Texas, Houston is a pretty good city. Houston, when I go to Houston, I go there actually a few times a year usually. Houston, to me, is like a sister city. It's so very similar to LA, other than the fact that it's in Texas. My mom lives in Palm Springs. She loves it, but my mom loves hot weather. I don't. Yeah, Ken, you're the same as me. I love being here, but I hate going into the city. I love Southern California even, other than the heat. But I just, when I have to go into the city, it drives me crazy. I don't like sitting in traffic. I don't at all. I mean, honestly, my goal is to move north but stay coastal. Like, you know, Eureka. I mean, it's kind of there's nothing to do in Eureka. But yeah, I would like to live NorCal. Well, I'm from Santa Cruz, Neonite. You have to keep in mind, I was raised in Santa Cruz. So I'm used to a slightly colder climate year round. Yeah. Zero bandwidth. That's a great idea. I had a different idea. I wish I could remember it. I had a different comparison that I wanted to make, and it was very new. Nobody had ever really done it the way I was thinking about. Cayman, iRace versus AC. I could do BC. Chico's not a bad area, but like Eureka, there's not a lot going on in... Ken Estep, you're from SoCal? Are you serious? I'm actually from Aptos. Now we're talking... No kidding, Ken. Yeah, I was a Mariner. No way. That is a trip. Now we're talking small towns, the small towns of Santa Cruz. Like I said, forget the news. We have no news. But isn't San Antonio like really hot and I dare say slow compared to, I mean, I guess that's, yeah, Houston's very crowded. Awesome. Yeah, that would be another thing. If I could move somewhere, where could I move that would get me the climate I want and have me in a close proximity to a racetrack? Yes, all my life, California sunshine. Yeah, cycling in LA is no better, though, Cranky. I mean, LA is not known for great drivers, that's for sure. Nunez, San Diego, Australia. You know, it's hard to argue Australia. I've heard nothing but great things. Never been there, but I've heard wonderful things about Australia from friends of mine who've lived there. San Diego is one of my favorite cities for sure. Never been to Barbados. What's that like? Florida. I did live in Florida. I'm not here to say anything bad about. I'm not a big fan. I did not enjoy Florida, but to be fair, when I moved to Florida, I was at the peak of my cycling days, and it was just not a good place for riding. There's no such thing as a mountain. There's no mountain or hill in Florida. Neonite, yes, the Watsonville Speedway. Yes, there is. Sam, that area has become very expensive, though. All right. You guys keep it going. I'll move to the next news. We can keep this conversation. I love ideas of places to be, to live. I will move again. I love Southern California being here again, but I'm not. My roots aren't that deep. I want to move north. I'd like to get back to Santa Cruz. If I had all the money in the world, I would probably consider moving right back to Aptos even. I love the weather there. I loved it. It's gotten super crowded. That would probably, I don't know if I could handle the traffic there. It's like you can't move north or south at morning or nighttime rush hour. All right. Codemasters, they have everything on a free trial. I know I've mentioned a few, but I'm not sure if all 3 were on there, but free trial is now available for Grid, F1 2019, and Dirt Rally 2.0 on the Xbox One and the PS4. I should go download those for my brother on the PS4. All right. What else? So this made me laugh. Their caption, this is from McLaren. This is Lando Norris, right? Everyone practices like this on a simulator, right? Is that how you practice on a simulator? That's kind of nutso to me. I mean, I'm assuming I've seen him. He doesn't race like that. That's just a picture. Anyway, it did make me laugh. I wouldn't race like that. No effing way. All right, what else? Is Test Drive Unlimited 3 returning in 2020? It has been nearly a decade since the last game in the Test Drive Unlimited franchise. However, there have been much theory thrown around recently about a TDU 3 coming. Could this be the return of the real king of racing games? Whoa! The real king of racing games. I like Petaluma a lot, Neonite, and I lived in Sonoma. I lived right up the street from the track for a year. I found it to be brutally hot. It is as hot in that valley as it is in LA during the summer. Every day, it seems. Maybe a couple degrees cooler, but once you start getting to every single day is 90 plus, it just blurs together as too hot a summer for me. Test Drive Off-Road. Who writes these silly articles? I agree. The Wilder brothers about to have a fight. Anyway, all hope is not lost. On the 14th of December 2007, announced that they acquired the rights for Test Drive Unlimited franchise. So it's going to be going through Cliatin. Interesting. All right. Again, I'm trying to keep up with your guys' comments. If it's a question for me, type in some question marks, and if it's a comment, definitely put in some exclamation marks. Check this out. The eSport report. Farming Simulator finds a home, and Flashpoint gets a betting partner. We are going to have Farm Sim eSport. How much corn can you crop? The Farming Simulator League will be relocated to a new home amid coronavirus concerns. What? The inaugural league of the agriculture game has been primarily hosted in various gaming and esport events such as IEM Katowice. However, the league has announced that it has established a new production studio in Erlangen, Germany. The new production studio in Erlangen, Germany has been established by Giant Software, the home of Farming Simulator suite of games. So, yes. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be how much can you yield, right? Money. PS4 asked, does anyone know where to get a copy of Pikes Peak for Assetto Corsa? I do not. Ace of Dushan, yes. Anyone could be. That's a different kind of talent right there. Competitive watching the grass grow. Have you guys actually played it? So, in order to do Farm Simulator, you need to go out and till the soil. You need to fertilize the soil. And when you're doing it, you need to be efficient with your machinery to get through your entire field quickly. And manage things at the same time. And the more fields you have, the harder it becomes to manage. And then when it does get to the point of yielding a harvest, you have to then go in the appropriate machinery and do whatever process to separate it or cut it or whatever. And again, it gets back to a certain amount of driving efficiency even. So I can see like knowing how to manage and do it. You know, if I'm a minute quicker than you are on, 10,000 square feet, I don't know numbers, but then yeah, I should be making more money. I could see it. It would just be it would be kind of boring to watch, I would think. Oh, he really missed that 180. That you can see he missed about 4 layers of corn on that pass, and that's going to cost him in his overall yield. All right, MX Nitro Unleashed, republished with new achievements, original game delisted. We've just picked up the MX Nitro Unleashed achievement list. It appears MX Nitro Unleashed. That's this. There are 27 achievements. There you go. All right. Now you know. Mario Kart Tour multiplayer arrives March 8th. So if you want to play Mario Kart Tour, it's multiplayer, well, with friends, on March 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And that will be for the iOS and Android devices. It's the first ever Mario Kart game for iOS and Android devices. Well, all of the open world traffic games do, like your Forza Horizon type games. John. I need to do the two-way traffic, Cranky. When I did LA Canyons, and I now have the VIP version as well, I didn't do it with traffic, which I read how to do it. Farm Sim commentary. I'll send them my resume. I don't think so, Edgar. Mobile money stealer. A mod. There is a mod. Too funny. Too funny. All right. What else? What else? Twitch viewership has dropped, while YouTube and Facebook gaming's channels have risen. Interesting. So I've been trying to Mixer, meanwhile, struggling to get ground in the live streaming wars. So as I become more and more frustrated with YouTube, and I've been not plotting an exit, I've been just making sure that we have a presence on Twitch. Excuse me. Anyway, it looks like so here Twitch is the dominant, but you've seen they've had a big drop from 1 billion users essentially dropping down to 855 million users. And YouTube has picked up quite a bit. Look at that. So if we were to look at this point in time, right here is the peak of Twitch. And look at where YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer are. Mixer's flatlined since then. Really hasn't picked up any kind of steam whatsoever. But look at Facebook gaming. It is over doubled in size since the peak of Twitch. When we look at YouTube, they're a little more up and down, but they've gone from 246 to 321. So that's like a 50% increase. 100? Yeah, a little less than that. About 40% increase. Anyway, just thought this was really interesting for other people who stream. This could be very relevant where your future in streaming may or may not be. I'm keeping an eye on it and not planning anything as much as just making sure that we're where we need to be. So, all right, check this out. Dakar 18 now on Humble Bundle. Humble Bumble Bundle. 4 days left on it. $10. You can get Dakar 18. I know some of you thought about it, never got around to getting it. For $10, it might be worth playing. Might get you through a couple weeks of fun for only $10. 66% off. Not bad at all. Yep. Reading. WCCF Tech talking about new Test Drive Unlimited game confirmed to be in development at Cliaton. So isn't that what we were just talking about a minute ago? Wasn't that Test Drive? Yeah. Whoop. So yes, anyway, an interview at GamesBeat, he said the first company is KT Racing Clayton. They're based in Paris and Lyon. They specialize in racing. They're doing off-road racing with WRC, and they're doing two-wheel racing with Isle of Man. They're currently working on their biggest project by far, which is the next Test Drive Unlimited game. There you go. Hey, Michael Clark, welcome back again. There you go. So that's coming. What else? Need for Speed Heat. There was a March update with new cars, challenges, and customizations. I do like, come on, iRacing. Wouldn't it be cool? I mean, can't we get just a little bit of aesthetic flair in iRacing? Can't we just get a little of this? Little shot of me with my car. Little gaminess, that's cool. I want that shot with my iRacing livery in a nice showroom like every other game there is. Don't cross the streams. All right, what else? New cup and additional track editor options arrive via latest Monster Energy Supercross 3 DLC. So I guess there's now a track editor. You can make your own tracks and other goodies. So updates all across the board. Hey, RG, how you doing? Yeah, just a little gamification. Just a little. Come on. Just a little. Just for some fun. PC Invasion, they've got their Impressions American Truck Simulator Open Beta 1.37. You can read that or go play it for yourself if you haven't. 1.37. What else? Is the U.S. market ready to embrace a $500 console? I didn't read the article. My opinion on this is sort of a no-brainer. If you think of when the last consoles came out, your average cell phone was either still being given to you for free or only set you back a couple $100. You go get a cell phone today, it's going to set you back $1,000. Whether it's inflation, whether it's importance in society, our gaming consoles, our cell phones, these things have become a much more important part of our world, and for that reason, you pay more. I don't think there'll be any fight back against a $500 console. When you consider the price at launch of last gen, wasn't that $300 to $400, and that was already, 6 years ago? Yes, Zero, exactly. What do you think? What do you guys think? Is 500? Yeah, PS3 was 600 at launch. Yeah, if they're hitting $500 marks, I don't see a problem. Does that mean that I'll run out and buy one? I don't know. I haven't had a whole lot of need for a console in a while. Companies aren't sending me those games, then I don't need the console. I don't know. It'll be dependent on what my brother wants as a gamer. That's a somewhat ignorant statement, Thunder. NASCAR ARCA and IMSA just said coronavirus will not affect any events. I don't understand how they can make that statement so boldly. I'm not saying that I wouldn't go to an event tomorrow, by the way. I would. If there was a race I wanted to go tomorrow, I'd go tomorrow. I don't care. I'm not afraid of corona. I'm no more afraid of coronavirus than a lot of other viruses and things that I can catch in a crowd. So if I want to go to an IMSA race tomorrow, I'd go. But how can they make that statement? Yeah, you spend more than that building a new PC, a lot more than 500. Never gonna spend 500 on consoles, says the guy who sunk $3,000 into a PC. Fair statement, Zero. No, you don't have to buy it outright for the phone. You're right. No, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up, Thunder. I just think that's... F1 and MotoGP said they're willing to cancel events because of the risks. I think that's a much more... to me, like, I can't make it... If I'm in... I couldn't make a comment because I don't have enough information to protect the masses. Yeah, just trying to keep people calm, says Uncle Toad. Zero ban. Yeah, wash your hands and face. You'll probably be all right. F1 China race canceled. Geneva Motor Show canceled. China is canceled. My brother is going to Thailand in October, and he's debating if he's still going to Thailand in October. Oh, strike. Does it come with RGB? I don't know. It should, huh? Just R&B. Theodore, that's funny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Have you had enough of that? PlayStation 2 turns 20 years old today. In this article, it's a little hard to believe, but today marks 20 years since Sony launched the PlayStation 2 console in Japan. I saw articles and posts from people saying, man, that makes me feel old. I'm like, well, no. I mean, I guess it does. That was a long time ago, 20 years ago, PS2. Wow. Time flies, I guess, when you're having fun. Anyway. You hate when they tell us how old things are. Trackmania comes to PC in May. In May, you can play Trackmania. Very fun game. That's one that I've played and enjoyed a lot. So if you don't have a console and you've been waiting in PC, you'll be able to play it in May. Monster Truck Championship is careening onto PCs and consoles. So the next version, and I will say that the original Monster Truck Madness is one of my all-time favorite driving games / sim. I loved Monster Truck Madness, the original. The very, 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 very first one. Loved Monster Truck Madness. I played it with a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. I didn't even have a wheel for it. And loved that game. King of the Mountain. Played that all the time online. Online way back then. Wonder what the year was for Monster Truck Madness, the original. Monster Truck Madness game. Now, you know anything and everything on Wikipedia is absolute fact, right? You know this. Release August 31st, 1996. Motocross Madness. Yes. Madness. You know, you throw madness into the title and you know it's going to be good, right? 96. Thank you, Uncle Toad. 96 for Monster Truck Madness. I loved this game and I played a lot of it. This is the only picture we have. The Crazy 8 race. Yeah, mid-80s. Awesome. All right. Anyway, now Monster Truck Championship is careening onto PCs and consoles. We have a date, autumn 2020. Open racing setups. Who are these guys? I don't know who these guys are. Makes you think, a smart thing you could do is just set up a site like this that just resold people. You just work out affiliate links with people and just have a site like this and just sit around and make money. Anyway, best budget sim rig under 350. What do you guys think? Okay, so total cost under. He's saying for 350, get yourself a T1. I'm glad this is out here. If you have under 350 bucks, best thing you could do is get yourself a Playseat Challenge and either a Thrustmaster T150 or TMX Pro bundle. And that would keep you under 350 bucks or euro. Advanced rig, $600 price point. Step up to a T300 wheel, get yourself a Playseat Evolution or a GT Omega. I would recommend the GT Omega. That would put you over the $600 mark, though. Thunder, I'm glad you said that. $350, yes. Build yourself a wood rig and save a ton of money. All right, professional. What do they think you should do for a pro? They have stepped up to Fanatic Club Sport Wheelbase 2.5 with a V2 wheel rim, V3 pedals, and an Rseat RS1 or a GTR simulator. Okay. Oh, I can just scroll down. And then their professional rig. Wait, that didn't really work the way I wanted. Fanatic Podium. Ooh, I don't know if I'd agree with that. For professional. Fanatic pedals and a Playseat F1. Nah, they lost me. They lost me there. Speaking of inexpensive rigs, and I got an email from Next Level the other day saying, we hope you're enjoying your FGT cockpit. Here are the rules for embargo and information we'd like transferred along and blah, blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, that's great, but where's my FGT that you are speaking of? I don't have an FGT. Never talked. You guys said months and months and months ago you were going to send me one of these back at the trade show, E3. Anyway, I was impressed with the FGT Lite. I didn't get a chance to drive it as much as I got a chance to just play with it up on a stand. But here's another foldable option. Look at this picture right here is very impressive. That is wheel, pedals, rig, compressed down to nearly nothing. Even got a shifter on it. Oh, I have nothing bad to say about... No, Terry, I have nothing bad to say about that wheel. It's just if I'm using the word professional, keep in mind I work for a few different professional sim companies, so I might have a slightly different opinion on what kind of wheel belongs in a professional rig. Professional rigs are often built for public use, by the way, which means you're going to have a lot of hands beating on it. So I want more tried and true than the Podium even. Anyway, I'm not trying to knock the Podium. It's a fine base. I mean, my review of it was very glowing. It's a fine base. Anyway, this is the Next Level FGT for those looking for something you could put away easily. That's loud. Greg, I think this would hold you. It's pretty solid. I'll talk to them and try to get one in for review. And yeah, it kind of does like a GT or an F1 position. It's a lot like the Playseat Challenge, just a lot more sophisticated. Theodore, the fastest way for us to see your rig is for you to send me an email. Shaun, SHAUN at simpit.com. Zero, that's a good question. I just uninstalled the, I thought I was having problems with this computer and I was going to format, and people were like, well, just go do a virus thing before you go formatting. And I did a virus thing and it found nothing wrong. And then I had this virus thing constantly giving me up reminders and stuff. So I uninstalled that even. But I should get an ad blocker. I don't have a price. Why do I think it was like $3.99? That's what my brain, but don't quote me on that. Give me a second. Oh, I'm so behind on email. I can't find it. Can't find it. Sorry, you guys. Here. Please mail our RRP. Trying to find a price on it, you guys. $2.99. There we go. John, you saw that rig at E3. You were with me there. Why are we having porn ads? I don't think so. There's no porn ads. What are you talking about? Where were the ads? There's no porn. There's no porn on here. You're talking crazy. All right, what else? What else? Let me turn off that sound, though. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now we're going next level. That's where we are. QV Gaming Dome. Timeout says the free esport gaming hub is coming to QV Melbourne. Oh. Anyway, okay, so we have another gaming dome being built in QV. What's QV Melbourne? I know Melbourne. What's QV? Is that a specific city or region within Melbourne? What else? Another one. A+ Sim Racing Events and Lounge. Where are these guys at? This is on their Facebook page. And can we get about? Here's an about. No. Oh, yep. This is in Switzerland, you guys. So this is the A+ Racing, Sim Racing Events and Lounge. Let's look at their timeline photos real quick. That's a cool looking rig. Oh, they all had, look, they had the Martini back there, a Golf one there, the Rothman's paint job there, a John Player special there. Having events. This is in Switzerland. All right, cool. Cool looking place. So again, if you're in that part of the world, this could be a cool place to go. That looks awesome. Nice, nice. All right, what else? All change at Renault Sport Team Vitality for 2020. Silly season is not just exclusive to F1. March Madness, blah, blah, blah. One of the pieces of the 2020 puzzle slotted into place on February 20th when Vitality Esport announced on Twitter that Nicolas Longuet would be joining Renault's F1 Esport entity for the coming season. So, driver changes, and as we prepare for the next season of that as well. A young Kyle Petty. All right, what else? Oh, just a few sim rigs to go, and then we're done. All right, this is posted by Cube Jam. Another Deathmobile. Man, I love how many Deathmobiles are out in the world. I think it is so cool how many people take the time to build themselves a wood rig, get a junkyard seat, and you can see this guy's... A few things I see here in this post, by the way. I see a couple of common obsessions with our group. These collectible figurine things. Somebody knew what they were called. We've seen a few postings of rigs where people collected those. I can see he's got a bunch of Formula 1 die-cast cars in their box, like little scale ones. More importantly, do you see this right here? Behind that Blue Yeti microphone, that right there is the Farm Sim, the Mad Cats or SciTech Farm Sim side. Yes, it's the Farm Sim controller, Uncle Toad. Anyway, cool looking rig. Nice job by this guy. Obviously not using that because it looks like he's at Daytona in something. Anyway, nice looking rig. Straight up your rig. Yep. Oh, literally. Oh, awesome, Devin. You know who this is. Pop Figures. Funko. Tofi. Yes, we've seen these on a bunch of rig pictures. Like, this is a common hobby with our crowd, I guess. Never even heard of them for me. Thank you, Tofi. All right, what else? What else? Here's one. This one is posted by the Boom the Bap. The Boom the Bap. That is a total, like, wait. Does this guy have the shortest legs in the world? Am I missing something here? How does he... This guy must have either the longest arms in the world or the shortest legs, or I'm missing something. Interesting spray paint art in his room as well. Anyway, now this is the most basic rig I think I can think of. This is just about anything. This is just a board to hold the pedals, a 4x4 to hold the wheel, and a bunch of padding. That's kind of like when I told you I was going to go scrounge a rig. This is kind of what we'd be trying to come up with. Yeah, it's got to be that way, huh? And then finally, we've got this one. Check this out. This is a good-looking rig. Wait, let's go back. Who posted this? Posted by Romley. And he's got himself an S1, Rseat S1 chassis, full Fanatic, speaking of podium, full Fanatic setup, nice looking monitors, nice looking profile monitor stand. That is a sweet looking rig right there. Anyway, Always like looking at people's rigs. And again, if you want me to show your rig, just send me an email. Send me some pictures. Tell me a little bit about it. Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com. And I would love to show it to the world and make you the star of the show. What else do I want to tell you guys? So Friday's pit stop will be at 5 o'clock, not at 9 a.m. We're going to do that again. And immediately following the pit stop at about 6, because these shows usually go about an hour, we will go into some community racing. We'll do the same thing we did last week, except this time, I think we're going to go in the GT1 cars. I think we're going to have a Corvette versus Aston Martin. We'll just have to pick a track that is suited for that combination, and we're going to do that Friday night at about 6 o'clock. It will have a password. We'll give the password out during the pit stop. Everybody, part of the patron team, they'll get it in advance. They might even get warning what the event is. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but that is going to do it for today. Definitely come join us Friday at 5 p.m. I know that when we change time zones, it doesn't always work for everybody. So if that messes up your day, I apologize. We're just trying to find what works best for the show overall. So 5 o'clock pit stop Friday, 6 o'clock we will be back with some community racing. Everybody welcome to join. That'll be on iRacing, Corvette, and the Aston Martin at an undisclosed track. So hopefully you'll join us for all that. Happy hump day to everybody. Thank you for being here. We didn't even have a lot to talk about. We still made an hour because you guys, the pit crew, you carried the conversation. You kept the show going and made it so much fun for us to just hang out and talk about sim racing. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.
Thank you.